Being a person with mental illness is a different way of being. We don't think outside the box. We have to live outside the box. And there's very few people that understand it. But all my friends at NAMI have had experience or have family members experiences, and I feel a kinship to them because I know they understand. We are different from other people, but in a positive way. NAMI DuPage has made a great difference in my life. 2 years ago, I was in the gardening. I just published a book, and I had nowhere to go with it. I had nothing to do, really. I was going to a library once in a while. I come into the NAMI office with Mary. Mary tells me all these things about NAMI. At first, I wasn't even convinced they were real, but afterwards, I found out over time what a wonderful organization this is, how many opportunities that we get to help each other and to help in the community, that I don't know what my life would be like without NAMI. My parents are just ecstatic. My father-in-law, who recently passed away, used to ask me every single time, "What are you doing at NAMI now?" They were just so proud of me. It's made a tremendous difference in my life. It's one of the most important things that's happened to me in a long, long time. I was accepted for who I was. They understood what I was going through. They weren't loving to me because it was politically correct or because it was somehow the right thing to do. They genuinely cared about me, and that was huge, along with my wife helping me, of course, to get through that situation. And now, a month later, I'm fine. With NAMI DuPage, I've had the opportunity to genuinely learn from each other and do things I never would have had an opportunity to do, going to hospitals and so forth and doing presenting, but also just coming in the office on a given day. I remember there was one day I had a medicine problem. I haven't had a medicine problem in a long time, but one medicine was, I had to get off for a little while. And for 2 weeks I was fine. But after the third week I really, really struggled and I sunk like a stone. But my friends at NAMI stayed with me. They were the genuine friends that stayed with me. For the last couple of years I've been doing a lot of speaking at different venues. Police trainings and at schools and at medical school, and I've really been, for the first time, I've been given a genuine opportunity to tell my story and to meet with a lot of really good friends here at NAMI. I haven't had friends like this since high school. It's really rewarding. Throughout all my life, adult life, I've had to have people help me so many times. Now I finally get the opportunity to give at least some of it back and help others and work with so many wonderful people. We go into schools, there will be a lot of times in the audience students that are really paying intense attention to the point that you can tell they really need the information we're giving them, and we present it in such a non-threatening way that they really can take it and kind of run with it on their own. They also ask specific questions that sometimes lead us into situations that we can help right there on the spot in kind of a non-threatening way. Also in the hospitals, a lot of times people there are really, really struggling. Me and the others like me that go to the hospitals have a chance to genuinely help those people that are really desperate because we know what it's like. There's really no substitute for a learned experience, or a lived experience, I should say. Speaking to potential doctors is empowering, but also provides a genuine sense of purpose. I look back at my life, what did it all mean? And I'm standing there in front of those folks, I'm thinking to myself, this is part of it. By getting through to the other side, like so many of my fellow volunteers and speakers, we have simply been able to have a genuine sense of purpose in helping others beyond the textbook. I can't stress enough, the lived experience is so much different than the textbooks, or inexperience, frankly, because we know what works and what doesn't work usually. People that are studying to be professionals, like at medical schools, don't know what a lived experience is. They have their classes. We had one time an evaluation that said, this presentation by these two speakers was better than 5 classes I've had. This isn't a graduate school, in a medical school. They don't have the lived experience, they have it out of the textbook. And we have been able to come through the other side for the most part, so we can give them really valuable advice about medications in terms of in a general sense. Also in terms of how we what the things we need, the things that are useful to us, and frankly, some things that aren't useful to us. When we talk to police officers, a lot of times in the beginning, they may be a little bit on the fence, so to speak, but they have genuine problems that they need help with, and we're able to consistently give them information, not only in a general sense, but also specifically to help them so they feel more confident when we're out there. The biggest surprise for me was these police officers genuinely want to know what to do. They're honestly trying to do the right thing, and they're running into all kinds of problems in the community and other agencies. So that's been very rewarding. Hard at times for me, but also very rewarding.